Has it been a long time or what? Alright, so Leafs, the podcast is back just in time for playoff time. I know Spotify, you got one episode while PlayStation was down on February 7th. But for YouTube, it's finally back. And we're gonna kick it off by talking about the Canadians and the Leafs. I will also reintroduce the podcast for you guys. So I'm hoping if you're watching this video and you'd be intrigued to be a partner, you got to be a Leaf fan. That's the number one priority. You have to be a Leaf fan. So you have to watch basically nearly every single game. And it was like so if you're interested in being a partner for the podcast, you can. Or if you think this podcast would be better off with special guests, like how I will with my Stanley Cup podcast that's coming up. Yeah, that could also work. But yeah, for this podcast, I'm definitely looking for a partner. I'll attempt to do it more than just once a week. We'll see how it goes like that. But for now, it's just me. So basically, it's once a week. I'm almost guaranteeing. It depends on my schedule though. And it's basically just me talking about the Leafs, like reviewing games, previewing games, reviewing who's on a hot streak, reviewing who's on a cold streak, right? Yeah, so it's simple like that. So yeah, I think if you're interested in being a partner, just let me know in the comments. All right, yeah. So let's get things started here. The preview of with a review of the Leafs in Montreal. All right, so this one was just creepy to watch. I was like, are you gonna get shut out? What is gonna happen? It was really intriguing. 35 to 15 in shots is plus 20 differential for the Leafs in shots. We barely outshot our opponents this year, so that is really, really good. Mitch Marner has the OT winner in that game. Okay, first we'll go from start to finish. All right, first period, few chances. There's a few chances throughout. Nothing really huge, honestly. The second period is when everything started heating up. We got the Domi fight, which by the way, what was that the unsportsmanlike for? Oh yeah, apparently to fight in hockey, you have to make a hockey play to fight. And that's why he got the unsportsmanlike. I'm like, huh? Since when was that a rule? So that is just no. I hated that every single bit. Like how? How is that a rule? I just do not understand. So then it really comes down to who scores first. It was just who scores first at that point. Also, when I was watching the Florida game, I saw that they went to overtime, so all the Leafs needed was a win tonight to clinch home ice. So then we get the Brendan Gallagher penalty, and then we have one of the best power plays I've ever watched from the Leafs. Like, full 2 minute pressure, 4 shots, continuous passing, continuous chances. One of the best power plays I've watched. So yeah, it was a really, really good power play. And I really liked everything about that power play, honestly. So then it comes down to how many missed shots do they have on that power play? I'm just checking right now. Okay. So they had 8 missed shots. They had 4 actual shots and 4 attempts missed. Yeah, so that was just a crazy good power play that Jacob Dubé. I gotta give credit to Jacob Dobish was a monster last night. The fact that he didn't get top 3 stars was absolutely abysmal. Then we head into the third period, which was full of chances both ways. First you get a Pizzetto who takes a bad penalty against Lawton. Few shots on that power play, and then Tavares and Anderson both go for coincidental minors. And then with 18 seconds left in the power play, Savard gets a 2 minute minor. So that makes it a 5-on-3. And Mitch Marner gets a golden opportunity off of a rebound from Nylander's shot. And he just puts it high, man. Just put it high. The start of the game, I'd say, right? Just played defense half a game. Yeah, he's really good. And then that's when the Habs started taking a lot of control after that power play. They got around 8 shots on net after that power play. They weren't doing good until after that power play. And then, yeah, they kept shooting on Stolarz. Stolarz, I don't know how he felt getting pucks on him for what felt like the first time in the night in the dangerous spot. Last shot of period from Brendan Gallagher at 107, and we are off to overtime. Is this going to be a double shutout? Well, Nick Suzuki busts in because Carlo loses his feet. Suzuki dangles in and doesn't get a shot. He puts it off the side of the net while Stolarz is sprawling. And then back the other way. Suzuki's stick is caught up. He's got to go pick it up. 3-on-2. Marner hops over the boards because he's supposed to play defense in that case. But what does he do? He gets the puck from Nylander and roofs it. Well, not really roofs it, but goes glove side for the 1-0 shutout winner. Wow. What a game. Mitch Marner plays defense half of it. And the Leafs take the W. 1-0. That's a massive 2 points. And now, here are clinching scenarios for first in the division. This would be massive for these Leafs. So Tampa has Buffalo at 6 p.m. Eastern today. All right, it's Sunday, April 13th. They have Buffalo at 6 p.m. Eastern. We have Carolina at 5 p.m. Eastern. So basically, Leafs win against Carolina in any fashion, and Buffalo wins against Tampa in any fashion. We clinch the division. Or something like uh, Tampa loses to Buffalo in regulation, and the Leafs just get at least 1 point tonight. So those are two big ways the Leafs can clinch a spot. So Tampa's just gotta lose tonight, and the Leafs have a big chance to clinch the division. The magic number is currently 3. So if Tampa loses in regulation, that would put the magic number down to 1. But if the Leafs get 1 point, the magic number is down to 0, which means when it's down to 0, there's no possible way they can pass you. So the Leafs would get the Atlantic Division, right? Same thing. If Tampa loses in overtime, yeah, we just get a point. Tampa loses in overtime, they get a point, so the magic number is down to 2. Leafs win in regulation, once again, or overtime too. Once again, the magic number is down to 0. So basically, just getting the magic number down to 0, and yeah, because the Leafs are about 3 points away from clinching the division. So a Tampa loss in overtime would make it 2. Tampa loss in regulation would make it 1. So the Leafs really just have to hope Tampa loses to Buffalo. Last time Tampa and Buffalo played, it was a 2-2 game, headed to a shootout. Buffalo won. So we just have to really hope that Tampa finds a way to blunder the game against the Sabres. Alright, now hot streaks. Hot streaks. Would it be painful to say I'd say Mitch Marner's probably on one? He had a goal against Tampa. I'd say the best Leaf. He was the best Leaf. Him and Tavares were like the best Leafs against Florida. And Joseph Woll too. And then also last Saturday, he made a good play to get it to Matthews. Goal. Nice. Cool. Awesome. Yeah, so Marner's been on quite a hot streak. Also played defense last night for like around half of his ice time, I'd say. Maybe not half, like 1/4. He played good. Like he played good. You put Mitch Marner on defense, you have a Kill McCarr style guy. Obviously that's not the case, but it would be nice, honestly. You know what? I was hoping last year when Marner returned from injury, they would give Riley a legitimate partner and put Marner on the back end. Because, like, a few games before he was injured, he got injured against Boston. A few games before when they played the Coyotes, Marner played defense for that entire game because Giordano got a concussion. So Mitch Marner, man. Mitch Marner. He can do everything. Just to walk in free agency for an $14.5 million deal by Chicago. Awesome, right? You know what? Yeah, that's probably gonna happen. Uh, I hope it doesn't, though. Like, let's talk about Matthew Nyes, too, honestly. Matthew Nyes has been a beast this year. 29 goals, one away from 30. Every night, he's one of the only Leafs who gets up consistently. He's a hard player. Like no softness at all. Matthew Nice has been a stud this year. Literal stud this entire year. Like, oh my god. You search up stud in the dictionary, Matthew Nice shows up. He's one goal behind Austin Matthews. Like, sure, cool, right? He's been injured this whole year. But still, does he have more goals than Wyatt Johnston? Because they're both 22. That would just be nuts. For a play the Stars fans call absolutely incredible, Matthew Nyes. No, he's three behind Johnston, but still, just so close to Johnston. It's crazy, honestly. Nyes has just been a beast all around this year. He also missed like two stretches of the season with injuries. Like it was like one like 3 game stretch, one like 1 or 2 game stretch. Just minor injuries. But honestly, what can you say? Nyes has just been really, really good this year. Cold stretches. This is I don't want to, but it's Austin Matthews. Matthews just has got to be better. Matthews, I don't want to say it, but he has just been on a bad stretch this season, man. Just no, it's hot or cold for Matthews. Four Nations killed him. Four Nations killed him. He got injured during Four Nations. That killed everyone who played for it, maybe except for Marner. McDavid injured. Kachuk out for the season, except for the playoffs when he returns, like a Mark Stone type guy. Who cares? Yeah. So just been a nuts roll ever since the Four Nations, man. Leafs have legitimately been like one of the best teams since the Four Nations. Like you got to admit the Leafs have definitely surpassed expectations. I predicted they'd be third this year. They're fifth, which yeah isn't right like with my prediction, but still really really good. But Austin Matthews, I'm hoping he's saving all of his goals for the playoffs, like how he did when we played Tampa in 23. He scored 40, got goals in the playoffs. That was incredible. Obviously, he's dealing with an injury. He has been this whole season. He said in December, late December, it'd be hard for him to even get past it this season. Like he said, I don't even know if I'll get past it. So that's obviously a worry, honestly. So just really hope Austin Matthews can step up in the playoffs like a captain, also just like captain slump too. Yep. So yeah, honestly, let's talk about Carolina preview. Freddie Anderson starts in net. Always, whenever we play Carolina, I'm like Freddie Anderson, please. I don't know why. Like I just like playing against Freddie Anderson. Yeah. So Yarn Cook. All right. So you got Matthews, Marner, Nyes. That's pretty decided. Okay, I know Max don't leave McMahon and Robertson play well, but McMahon is the perfect, like perfecto on Tavares and Nylander's line. Like, sure, he's been scoreless for 7, but that doesn't change the fact that he's been brilliant on that line. Like, he has been brilliant. Like, you can notice him every game, even if he's not putting the puck in the net. His speed is unreal, and like he can just, yeah. And whenever he gets hot, man. He needs to be on the Tavares and Nylander line. That is how McMahon goes. I don't know. Yarnko comes out for Pacioretty during playoffs. That is legitimately what I'm saying here. And then it's gonna be like a dogfight between Robertson and Holmberg, honestly. I don't know. Here's the thing. Robertson, yes, I would definitely love him in the lineup a lot more than Holmberg. But the issue is Holmberg's a penalty killer. And who would we have after? So we'd have David Camp killing penalties, Marner, Matthews, Nyes, partially possibly McMahon. It depends though. McMahon maybe or maybe not. Then Lawrence too and Lawton, right? So I mean it's fine if you don't want to include McMahon. You still have Lawrence and Lawton. So that's 6 penalty killers, but you'd probably want an extra one too. I feel like it comes down if we don't have Holmberg. It could get really bad in terms of penalty killing. Like, and drawing penalties too, it'd be hard. Like, if we have Holmberg in the lineup and not Robertson, we have Holmberg, Camp. Oh yeah, who's coming out for Camp too? I don't know why, but this team's played really good without him. I don't even feel like we should have somebody coming out for Camp. I don't feel like Camp should come out for anyone. And at this point, sure he performs in the playoffs sometimes, but right now I feel like we do not need Camp because that's just gonna make it a lot harder for the decision, right? Because you're gonna get Patches in for Yarncrook, then Camp. Who comes in for Camp? Like who comes out for Camp? Robertson or Holmberg? Yeah, I mean it depends, right? Yeah, I know Barube's gonna put Yarncrook in the playoff lineup though. I just know it. I would definitely not like him in there though. Yeah, so Joseph Full starts today in Carolina. It's 5 p.m., so special start time. We will not be running another 5 D-man pair, another 5 D-man spectacle. We'll have probably, if I'm guessing correctly, Morgan Riley Carlo, Benoit Tanev, Murmis, Dakota Murmis, who is the emergency call up, confirmed by Leafs PR moments ago, and Philip Myers. They are expecting McCabe back before the season's over, so that's good news. I feel like we win this game, Tampa loses. We rest Matthews, Nylander, Marner, and Tavares. We rest them as the second we clinch the division. We rest Matthews, Marner, and Tavares and Nylander. We rest them. Riley, maybe for the last game. I think you can still have Riley in for Buffalo, but honestly, just yeah, please. Honestly, just rest them the second you clinch the division. Yeah, so really that's gonna do it. Like it's been quite a decent episode, honestly. Yeah, so if you are interested in being a host, just let me know. And like or a special guest. If you're interested in being a partner or a special guest, just let me know. And yeah, for next time, it's fishy. Bye.